Arena Direct is back, and it's time to try to win a few more Edge of Eternities play booster boxes. Now, I'll be up front. We just finished a run and finished just outside the money box, which would have been really, really nice. We did pick up the last time this came around 2 booster boxes, so we're seeing if we can't continue to add to that. Let's get into it here today. These are high variance. Pretty decent run the last one. You know, not mad with the gems for sure. But let's see what we can get here. Ooh. Okay. So here's an interesting one. I do like Requiem Monolith. Ice Still Explorer, not great. You need some synergies for that. Sledge class Siege Ship can be quite good, especially if we have some big things to drop in. Biotech Specialist, Halia, and Genomorph Imago are all pretty decent. I like these two specifically. Secluded Starforge is fantastic. Some really, really good value engine there. So let's see what the rest of the pool here has for us and see what we can do. Taking a quick look at white, to do like Focus Fire, Reroute Systems. Security is fine. Pilot is good. Adepts, Halia, Luminary, Breacher, Skiff, and Enhancer are pretty good. That's pretty solid white. The only issue ends up being not a ton of removal, right? But we do have a few of the synergies with Halia, some cheap things that can come in. Luminary is great to help to trigger to draw that additional card. And this can be a pretty quick threat, which is nice. Let's take a look at blue. Lots of Gale Blades. Shield Mate, we have a Hound, which is nice. Infiltrator, which can punch some damage in and help to draw some cards, which is really good. Sentinel Starbreach Whale is fantastic. Mechanozoa and Specimen Freighter. Not a ton of interaction here, though. What we're missing specifically is some Cryo Shatters, a couple of the other, bounce spells and things like that. Lost in Space and whatever, which again, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I do think is a little bit better in sealed deck. Mechanozoa and Specimen Freighter, though, can be pretty nice tempo plays. In black here, Embrace Oblivion, Hulk Carver, double Depressurize, double Him is nice, a Virus Beetle, the Monoist, even the Evangel. We have the Monolith. Not a ton of top end here, but some good cheap plays in Depressurize, couple Embrace, so that's something to consider. Taking a look at red, double Plasma Bolt and Invasive is really nice. The Intimidator is good. Double Landseeker also quite good. Double Plunge quite good. Okay, let's hope our green is decent, because I could easily see an opportunity to go like green, red, blue to be able to play a couple of our good double colored rares. We have the Might, which is not great, but a Curiosity is nice. A Burst is good. Close Encounter, Diplomatic Relations, good interaction. Tenderfoot is solid. Wayfarer, happy. Shadow Wings is certainly playable. Sledge class is good. Drix, Crasher, and we have a Pull Through the Weft. The problem with Sledge class ends up being is we don't have a ton of big things to drop in, at least at this point. So let's take a look and see what else. I do really like the Specialist. Engineer is great. Genomorph is quite good. We have a Colossus. We can ramp. And we could play some stuff. Now, the fact that you could just attack with this and put power onto the battlefield isn't bad. If anything else, I mean, being able to warp in a Mechanozoa or a Starbreach Whale is also pretty good. And these 3 cards here are just fantastic, though. Okay, let's take a look here. I mean, we're definitely playing the Starforge. Let's take a look here. I'm going to put something together. I'm going to probably lean into those 3 colors. Let's see what we can come up to. I'll be right back. Okay, I think this is where we're going to land. We have a ton of lander generation, a really nice suite of removal. We have a okay top end with Bygone, Mechanozoa, Starbreach Wheel should be able to hopefully push some damage through, but Genomorph Imago can also really help to pump up a bunch of these smaller creatures to really push in some damage. The dream here is to be able to double spell, play a land, get Infiltrator up to be a 6/6, and punch in for 6 unblockable damage, which would be pretty sweet. I think our fixing is going to be okay. We do have the Starforge to help provide us some additional value. I am going to run the Bygone Colossus, mostly so that I could just try to live the dream here, but also just being able to like play this, then warp this in, then attack with this could be a really sick combo. Plus, though, I do think the deck is going to make an immense amount of mana, so I think there's an opportunity where we actually get to just hard cast this, potentially. We have some other really good value creatures. I mean, Intimidator, Tenderfoot to dump some mana into. Biotech Specialist with the amount of landers we're going to make is pretty sweet. Again, Xenomorph Imago is great. Engineer can draw some cards, make some 2/2s. That Codecracker Hound, the Infiltrator help draw some cards. We actually have a couple of card drawing creatures, which is some value that I think we might need. Landseeker, I'm torn a little bit between playing a second Landseeker to get the additional lander token, which I think would be good, and instead I'm going to play a Roving Actuator, and the reason why is a good portion of the removal we have, in addition to the Sammys, can also be played off of this. So there could be some nice value plays where, again, being able to avoid or block with something or hit something or invasive to then play this, to then be able to play invasive again, could be a really good turning point for us. We can even double Plasma Bolt potentially if that works out in our favor. So I'm going to run the Roving Actuator. I think that's good because we have so much lander token creation already with this Specialist, Engineer, Wayfarer, and the Sammys that I think will be okay. So let's see if this little 3-color funsy plan get some stuff done. See if we can get some boxes to the games we go. I don't think I can keep this. Oh man, if this was... We just don't do anything if we don't find colors we need. Okay, this is significantly better. And I actually think I just get rid of the burst here. Like, we're gonna Intimidator. I think we Intimidator first, Specialist, then Engineer. Does that make sense? See if they give us the landers. Might actually just Infiltrator and then get double spell to draw the card. Landers, baby. As I have no problem blocking Starfighter Pilot here. Did a 4/3. That means it's probably gonna die. But they're gonna bounce it. Oh. Or no attack. I see your Infiltrator, and I raise you an Infiltrator. I need green land. I need a forest here because then I do get to kind of live the dream by going like Imago, land, make an Infiltrator, unblockable 3/3, which is pretty sick. Night Luminary? Sure, that got in. They could draw the card. Okay, makes sense. Forest. Oh, baby. Yes. Oh, regardless, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Now I can engineer and Colossus again. I could also just land and then crack the lander and make a couple of 3/3s. That would be pretty good. Sure. I got a Gale Blade, maybe? Or another creature? They do got another creature. Look at them. Look at the value. Sure. Yeah, nice. Drawing a lot of cards of Ahalia here. And getting some good life. Ooh. Don't really want to warp in the Colossus. What's more... What's hurting me more is really the question. I feel like the Infiltrator. Oh, let's just do this, though. It's like, do I want to play this, actually? I think I do. This is the cool part with Imago here is that I can make something a 6/6. Terror Pact Intimidator actually can become an 8/8, which is pretty significant. Like at some point, Genomorph is just going to kind of start to take over if I can keep some landers up and some other lands. If they don't do anything at end step, I still crack a lander just so I can have the additional mana. Sure. Now they could play the Starfield Shepherd. Sure. Sure. I've got a great deck here. Let's find another blue source. Yeah, this is interesting. If they don't end up blocking here, I'm just gonna let the 2 damage happen. I shouldn't have attacked with the specialist. What am I doing? Okay, I snuck in a point of damage there. So I think now at this point, I'm okay for the Starfield Shepherd and the exosuit to get in. I now just need to blow this up. Psionicist was also a consideration, but they don't get the free damage and the free card draw now. They have to rely on Halia. And if I can just draw one of our 2-mana removal spells, I could actually have a pretty sick turn of removal spell, actuator into removal spell, which could be quite good and clear up a bunch of the board. And I also have 4 points of damage just sitting on the battlefield with the specialist out, and I'm getting close to being able to trigger the biomech engineer. If we can get that online, that's pretty good. Sure. Halia comes in. They have another Halia? Wow. That's so sick. Sure. I mean, you can hit for 5. Mouth of the Storm is a problem. Let's grab a red source. I think realistically here, I need to try to draw the card. Trying to think if there's an opportunity for a kill here. Sure. Up to 11. Gosh, they've got a good deck. The Imago at least blocks down the Exosuit, so I saved myself a couple of points of damage. We're down to 3. They have 2, 4, 6 blockers. Gosh, I just needed like a removal spell, I feel like. I mean, because I can double spell here. That would, and then try to get in for 6. Can't activate that. The problem is I'm just dead in the air. Plasma Bolt's my only option here. Six, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I have to try at least this. Oh, Mechanozoa. Good game. That is a close one. That Mouth of the Storm was brutal right there. Maybe there's some sequencing things to think about with that last one. They just gained... Having double Halia really hurt. Maybe I should have plunged the Infiltrator a little bit sooner to take out their card draw engine. Mouth of the Storm was really what kind of killed me there. Okay. I'm extremely reliant on drawing another land, but I'm going to try it, I think. All right. I think I actually want to play this in case we draw a forest. Okay. It's less than ideal. I know they don't have a counter spell, which is what I was worried about, because I thought about jamming that. That's interesting. Yeah, because I could have played the engineer there, but now we crack this. Find another green source. Now we have another green source. This is ward 2. 2, 4, 6. Blow that up. And we hold. Yep. See, I don't know that entirely matters. Shoot this now. Just some really good value with all these landers here. Ah, they were missing a color. I am not blocking. Let's get a red source. Sure. Feel like that was pretty decent there. Got some power and toughness on the battlefield. We have the engineer. might eat removal. The good part here is I can... Oh, Vestige. Warping this in, that's pretty gross. I'm about to get, like, diplomatic relations, probably. Vote out. Sure. Or 7. What are we playing? I do not have many lands left, so... I think I do just put the power and toughness on the battlefield, right? Okay. That's a close game. I think us being able to have our colors there, we got so much value out of the biotech specialists with all the landers we were able to make. That was pretty nice. I'm in another tough spot here where this is just not a good hand because I don't have green. I'm gonna mulligan. I'm gonna keep this and get rid of the Mechanozoa. Although I'm not doing a whole lot here. All right, that is quite helpful. Oh man. Yep. Under third color. I'm honestly thinking that this is the play here. Two keepers fine. I only take one. I have a blocker now. I'm gonna ping the 2. Find a green source. Only take 2 here. It's like I can Imago. I actually think we just straight play the whale. I will definitely take the Star Forge. I mean, there's not a ton I can do about what's happening here. The good part is they just have a bunch of small creatures. Yeah, I'm gonna find a red source. This takes to get to 6. Sure, can station that up. This is a 4/3 flyer. They're both 4/3s. Alright, I cracked this for a red source. Turn here is just going to be this, into this, attack. And then I can keep up both Relations, Starforge, and the Lander. I'm good with this. They have to do the Zookeeper Mechan at sorcery speed. Yep. This, what, 7? Sure. A removal spell here would be huge. I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available to me. They pump this up. Can't do both here, so I think I just straight up play the Colossus. Gosh, if I had a removal spell. They have to block this. I'm actually wondering. I think I play this, right? Because if I can just get it to 7 next turn. As long as they don't have a removal spell here. Yep, just a land. They have enough mana to do 1 mech in. And I just chump block it. Yep. I think we're going to scrape this one out. Sure. This is a flying 4/5. Whoo! Okay. By the skin of our teeth. I'm gonna regret probably keeping this. This hand just doesn't. We don't put any power or toughness on the battlefield. But I have my 3 colors. I have 4 lands. Okay. At least be able to find some cards. Boy, at this point, I think I just play this. Sure. A green-white action. What I think I want to do here is attack. I think we Code Cracker Hound. We Plasma Bolt the Adepts. Now that stays out, so I can close encounter off of it if I like. Bailoff, sure. Left blade, sure. That's good attack, 6 damage. Now, I can Codecracker Hound. I can Close Encounter 3. And I think I play the Infiltrator. Because I'm going to be able to double spell next turn. That draws me some cards. Codecracker Hound will draw me some cards, so I'll get a little advantage off of that, plus put on the battlefield. And then Genomorph, we draw land, becomes a 6/6. So they're heavily incentivized. Tap that down. There's the land. Oh. Yeah, I think it's like Codecracker Hound. I want to grab the land. No, I think... Well, I can't play Mechanizoa, but I'm going to Specialist here, so... We Specialist. That makes a lander. We're going to get in for 7 here. Draw. There's an opportunity where this is just lethal. Light, sure. Stinger, sure. So I can Wayfarer burst. Oh, they can tap something down. I'm not blocking. You can deal me some damage. Three, 4, 5. I think it's Wayfarer. Great the lander. Go to beginning of combat. You're gonna tap down this. Seven gets in, hits, draw, lander. You're dead. That was nice. That was a good sequence. That was a good sequence. We didn't let Thundering Hive Pool get up to speed. We were able to find a win. Nice. Okay, we got some Gemmy Gems back. Let's see if we can win a little bit more. We can find a green source. This land is pretty good. I got a couple of draws. Let's try it. Let's live on the edge here a little bit. I need a forest. ourselves a forest. And we are cooking. All right, come on. Come on, deck. Ooh. All right. There's a chance here still. There's a chance. It's not a good chance, but there's a chance. Sure. Oh, that becomes a 4. That's brutal, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this game. We just don't have the right colors. That going to 4 is so bad for me. Because if it would have stayed at 3, I could have invasived or plasma bolted it after cracking the lander, which wouldn't have been terrible. Oh, I shouldn't have played Imago first. That was dumb. That was really dumb. Yeah, I was in tough spot anyways. Good game. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if we find the green on curve there, we're doing quite well. Because we didn't, obviously, our hand kind of just stunk pretty bad. This was an interesting deck. Not bad. We played that last match terribly. Really shouldn't have kept that. And then, I'm not dead there technically, because they can't weft blade, but if they had any type of removal spell to kill the Geomorph, I'm probably still dead at that last turn. So I have a feeling that that probably didn't matter too much, just because we were so far behind at that point. Deck seemed fine, to be honest with you. That first game was certainly a fight. We couldn't just quite get over the hill. Other than that, the rest of the games, I felt like we were pretty well in those fights. We made some good plays, some good sequencing. Biotech Specialist, Geomorph getting us some pretty cool an interesting plays. Infiltrator with the Xenomorph is quite good, so I like that combo. We actually punched in a pretty significant amount of damage with this by being able to double spell. Realistically, shouldn't have probably played the Colossus. Swapping that out for even like Specimen Freighter probably would have been fine. Another Land Seeker, to be honest, even just like an Orbital Plunge to trigger more of our landers would not have been a bad deal at all. But other than that, I mean, it was fine. I definitely felt this was probably about where this deck would land. We had a couple of good cards like Xenomorph again and Biotech. I'm a big fan of. They're solid. Secluded Starforge, one of the best lands, in my opinion. But I feel like we needed just a little bit better of a top end, maybe in green. Sledge Class, Siege Ship, really probably didn't need to play these two cards because we just didn't have anything super impactful to be able to bring in. But obviously this did win us that one game, so I can't say too much negative about this. You know, and we had the creatures to be able to support getting it there. But this is something that I think we could have looked at maybe swapping out and having a little bit better of an opportunity. But all in all, not too bad. We don't quite make our gems back, unfortunately. We certainly needed a few more wins to get there. If we could have won that last game and gotten up to 4, that would have felt pretty good. We make some gems back. We get some packs as well. We have the entire Edge of Eternities set here, so these packs do represent some gems if we want to crack those. But obviously, we need to be on the hunt here for some more play booster boxes. So we'll be back with more, and we'll give it another run. We'll see how we do. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing and watch us lose some more gems, which is probably pretty likely. And then we go on tilt, and then we play off camera, and then we end up, you know, finding a way to win some every once in a while. That's how these go from time to time. But if you enjoy pack openings, which is really why we try to play these events, love ripping packs here. We do that every Wednesday on the channel, and Edge of Eternities is a great set, so I'd be happy to open some more of that. Some pretty solid cards in the set as well. You know, wouldn't be bad to crack some boxes. But thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. Help us get to that 1,000 sub mark. Appreciate that. Check out our playlist. I'll be sure to catch you next video.